Yes, everyone, welcome back. It's the Red Divide, long overdue. We know, we apologize. Life's got a way of getting away from us. But he's back as well. Look at him there, Mr. Liverpool. What's going on, my cousin Ray? How you doing?
My cuz, I'm doing good. It's good to be back on the show. It's been a long time coming. Life has caught up with us. But yeah, great news. Trent Alexander hasn't signed a contract. However, Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk have put pen to paper, staying at the club for a further 2 more years. Life couldn't be better.
Yeah, the surprise there for me is Salah. I always thought Virgil would sign. As I said on here before, no one's come in for him ever. Really, no one thinks he's good enough anymore, so that's fine.
But he's the player that scored. He had a choice. He's one player that scored more goals and more assists than the entire United team this season.
No,
one player.
Virgil.
Oh, yeah, Virgil,
Virgil was out of options. Nobody wanted him, so you had to re-sign at Liverpool.
Chelsea wanted him. Man United couldn't afford him. And he chose Liverpool.
I'm happy you chose Liverpool because he's over the hill already.
He's solid. Plays every game.
But, yeah, Salah, I think it's a big surprise. I didn't see that one coming. I thought he would be the new face of the Saudi League. So it just shows you he actually loves Liverpool. I believe for him to stay. Big mistake in my opinion, because he could go and finish off his career with some serious money, win everything there is to win in Saudi, and go from there, because he's about to win the league here in England, but then it's over, then it's done. And you're not winning anything other than a Carabao Cup, maybe.
You see, that's the thing. He knows that he's going to be winning trophies at Liverpool. He wants to break records. He wants to catch up in the goal charts in the Premier League. He's currently lying third. So, he's got ambition. He's at the best club in the world. It was an easy decision for the Egyptian king.
Nice. So what, he's chasing Rooney and Shearer?
I think he's past Rooney now. Or he's a couple of shy. Yeah.
I think
Salah.
I think that Rooney was second, only to Shearer.
So then he's probably a couple of goals behind Rooney, and he's very, very close to breaking that record.
Nice. No, good for him. Phenomenal achievement. Yeah, well done to him. But enough of that. There's only one subject, only one thing to talk about right now.
Liverpool
behind me, the mighty United coming back after being 4-2 down in extra time. A little 5-4 at the death. Unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable result for United. I'll tell you what, I don't think anybody believed we were going to come back from 4-2. And I'm sure most people turned off the TV. I've spoken to quite a few people who turned off the TV.
The fans left the stadium. What are you talking about?
How can you blame them? It's 4-2 in extra time. Well, you can't blame them. It's like, what a waste. You guys threw away 2-0 lead. A 2-0 lead. You're now losing 4-2. And talk about a disappointment. I saw that one zoom in on that poor kid. He was crying. He was so upset, United fan, little guy crying. And then in the end, once you go 5-4 up, his father's holding him up. And the two of them have got the biggest smiles on their faces. What a lovely turnaround. And man, reminded us of United of old. A very, very encouraging performance. Amazing to see. Reminded of United of old. And man, that was wonderful. We've been through a lot of pain, a lot of hurt of late with the terrible performances. When Newcastle smashed us last week, the run we've been on the past couple months, we've had one little bit of joy, and that was so far the highlight of the season. Let's hope the only thing to cap that will be when we lift the Europa League trophy.
Jeez. You were like 10 minutes to go and you were out of the league, and now you're talking about lifting the league. Let me tell you what. United did show spirit, they did show fight, and they did well to come back. But extremely fortunate, they were playing against 10 players. That second yellow was bogus.
What are you talking about?
He didn't trip him. He didn't trip him. Because if you watch the highlights, I know you didn't get most of the game, but if you watch the highlights, they were running. His studs clipped him. that was never a second yellow. Never, ever, forever.
You're going to say that. You're a Liverpool fan. You're also
No,
going to say maybe the Casemiro penalty wasn't a penalty, I'm sure.
No, that was a penalty. 100%.
Okay.
That was a penalty. But you ask any fan, they say, fuck, that is very unfortunate to get a second yellow for that. And because it was a second yellow, he couldn't go to VAR and get it overturned. But hey, it is what it is. Sad news for the football lovers. United going through to the semi-finals. Oh, I did call it. I did say that I'd like you to go to the semi-finals or get knocked out. Who knows? It might still happen.
So look, firstly, you're Liverpool fans, so we don't take anything you say seriously. Secondly, when you say majority of football fans, that's United. The majority of fans on the planet are likely United fans.
No, they've all converted to City already.
The history of the greatest team on the planet. But yeah, it's the only thing is, the tricky thing is, we have a Spanish team to play in the semi-final. Athletic Bilbao, our record against Spanish teams the last 4 or 5 years has been rough. We've got knocked out by Spanish teams in European competition of late. Except last year, I think we beat our Spanish opposition, and this year, we did a right against Real Sociedad. So maybe we're now starting to break that bad habit that we had going on. But yeah, it's going to be tough. You know, the Spanish, they're very tricky. They have great tactics. Will make it very challenging. And yeah, I look forward to both semi-finals, but even more, I look forward to making it to the final.
You know what? The season that you've had, you haven't had much joy. So I'll let you relish in the excitement. Coming back, Harry Maguire, your striker, scoring right at the death to take you into the semi-final. I'm happy for you because you're my family. Not so happy for your club. But hey, let's be real. Congratulations. Didn't see it coming from 4-2 down. I thought you were dead and buried. And you know what? The guys showed a little bit of fight, a little bit of belief, and got there in the end.
Listen, you guys could do with the Harry Maguire up front, because Darwin Núñez would have missed that header. I'll tell you that right now. So don't knock all Harry Maguire's striking skill. He's good with the head. No, actually, let me just revise that. He's good at getting his head on the ball.
Because his head's so big.
Countless headers that he should have put in the back of the net. But this one really mattered, and all props to him. He put it in the corner. There was no chance the keeper was ever getting to that header. So when it mattered, this time around, he put it away. Thank you, Harry. Much appreciated. Keep doing your thing.
In other news, I'm tired about talking about United. Jeez, it's giving me a headache.
That's what the show's about.
Liverpool, my cousin. 6 more points, and we lift the Premier League trophy. That's all we need. 6 more points.
You know what makes me laugh? If I've told you for almost a month now that you're going to win it, and you've been like, no, I don't think so, no, this, that, shows you the doubt you have in your team, because you know your team shit. You know your team can collapse at any time. Meantime, I know it, I can see it. But you don't have the faith in your own team to be like, yeah, we've got it, it's done.
No, so, you see,
so this is the difference, is I can see that you've won it for a month already, and I'm like, oh, it's over now. But you're like, no, 6 more points, 9 more points, 12 more. You've been doing this for weeks and weeks now, and it's done. Trust me, it's over. It's finished. Arsenal not good enough. City, no one can catch you. Forest can't catch you. It's done. It's finished. It's over. Have some faith for a change in that shitty team of yours.
It's a wise head, my cuz. That's what it is. Don't get ahead of yourself until you're there. But finally,
confidence.
No, definitely not. We've only lost 2 games in the Premier League this season. Exactly. There's no lack of confidence. No lack of confidence. Just don't want to jump the gun. That's all it is.
No faith.
6 more points, and we will be lifting the Premier League trophy. We will have 20, equal with Man United. And at the end of the season, my cuz, this show's not going to be the Red Divide. It's going to be the Red United. You and I, both wearing Liverpool tops, with 20 champions on the back. It will be the best day of your life. I can't wait.
I love what you said about our new name, our new title, the Red United. You're right. It's all about United.
We'll be united. We'll be united as one club on that episode. I can't wait.
We should change the name just in general to Red United, just because the channel is mostly about United. You know what I mean?
You're right. It is about United always losing.
I know that's a big dream for you guys, is to be equal to Man United, which you'll never be equal to us. But at least you'll have the same Premier League titles as us for a change. It's been 30 years since you've been able to say that. So, hey, here we are.
Well, that's the thing. We didn't manage to win the Premier League as much as I would have liked to, especially under the Klopp's era. Came bitterly close many times. But it's reality. We didn't have the best squad until Klopp came along. We had mediocre managers, mediocre players. We had one or two superstars, but just not good enough to lift the trophy until recent years. We won it during COVID, didn't get to celebrate it with the fans. But this one, my cuz, this one we are going to celebrate like there's no tomorrow.
I'm sure
Can't
you
wait.
will. And you
Can't
should.
wait.
You should. Winning it is no joke. So well done. Enough about that extremely sad news. On to this weekend's fixtures. You guys, who do you play? Leicester?
We're playing Leicester away on Sunday.
It's a gimme. 3 points in the bag.
3 more points. 3 more points closer to lifting up that trophy, my cuz. That's all it is.
3 points in the bag. Done.
100%. And you guys are playing at home against Wolves. I'm sure you're tired from the Lyon game.
We will be tired, even if we weren't tired. Wolves are a serious team. They found some real form of late, and have been picking up the points the past month or 6 weeks. They've been winning most of their games, so they're in some good form. United not in good form. Plus, we just played 120 minutes of football on Thursday, and now we're going to play Sunday. So there's nothing for us really to play for right in the league. We're going to go up a couple of positions or something, nothing crazy, and then we win. Well, what do we win? An extra 5 mil or something for the extra places. So get the guys out there, do some rotation, put some guys on the bench and the youth team in, let them do their thing, and then put all our eggs into the Europa League basket. So I'm going to say we'll lose this weekend just because of our 120 minutes of football, some rotation, Wolves in good form, all combines for a Wolves victory for me. But again, it's not our focus.
So you're going to lose. You're going to lose. What's the scoreline?
And the guys will do it right. I think we'll lose 2-1 or 3-1.
I was thinking 2-1 as well. 2-1's probably a good shot. Although Wolves have been scoring goals of late, so yeah, it could be a 3-1.
And Cunha's back. He came on last week and scored, so he's back. And Strain Larsen's been doing well for them. So yeah, let's see. I'm sure they'll win 2-1 or 3-1. And again, we just have to focus on Europa. If we somehow find ourselves playing Champions League football next year, it wouldn't be that you could argue we don't deserve it, but at the same time, if you win the Europa League, you do deserve it. So, I don't know, it's a mixture, right? Mixture of feelings.
Yeah, based on your Premier League performances, you definitely don't deserve it. You know what I mean? You've been below par. But yeah, winning the Europa League it's quite an achievement. So, yeah, if you manage to do that, which I hope you don't, and you have no European football next season, that just gives Amarine more time to just play once a week and probably do better, I guess.
It'll be the first time in more than 30 years we won't have European football, if that's the case. So let's not start the 30-year count that you guys have done before just for winning a certain title. Anyway, your game, you got Leicester at home, is it?
We're away.
Away.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. Same result. Liverpool win, likely 2 or 3-0.
Look, it's always difficult playing against the teams that are, fighting for relegation. But I don't think Leicester will stay up. To be fair, they've been very inconsistent. So yeah, and you know what? At the end of the day, we've got absolutely phenomenal news. Van Dijk signing a contract. Salah signing a contract the week before. The club is rejuvenated. There's a great energy about the club. We only have one game a week now, so the team has time to prep. Yeah, I reckon we'll win this game, maybe 3-0, 3-1.
Agreed. You'll win it 2-0 or 3-0. I'm in agreement with you. Maybe Leicester will get a lucky goal, like you say, but comfortable win. And then there's only one game. When do you play Arsenal, by the way? Because I'd love to see them give you a guard of honor.
Oh man, that would be great. We get Dims on for that show.
Hey, that'll be great.
I think it's the third last game we play against Arsenal.
So you could have it all wrapped up by then.
Yeah, should do.
Awesome.
Unless we decide to let Leicester stay up, lose against Leicester, and then win the last 2 games so that Arsenal can give us the guard of honor. That would be absolutely phenomenal.
Or beat Arsenal to win it in their face, one of the two.
Well, yeah, beat them, win that would be the decider for the league. But talking about Arsenal, man, they got a great result against Real Madrid, home and away.
Home and away. Do the double over Madrid like that. Amazing. Arteta really doing well, but I think like in good old Arsenal fashion, they'll find a way to bottle the Champions League. They'll throw it away. This just gets their fans even more excited with even higher hopes just to have them fall even further down with another disappointing loss and no Champions League ever.
Dim's called it that they're going to win it this league. He's our buddy, but, it can't be the first time. Well, yes, but it can't be the first time on the show that he's actually right for a change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, we can't have that. He's got to stay. He's got to stay right.
Indeed.
Awesome.
Well, nice one, my cuz. Great catching up with you. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, tell all your buddies about us. We'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.
See you guys later. Thanks again for your support.